Here's an idea. A rechargeable battery pack is a lifesaver because when your mobile phone battery dies, you die. Hey everyone, today we're gonna talk about portable battery chargers. You've probably seen them, maybe even have one yourself. They're these little things, you carry them around, and when your phone or your iPad or whatever gets low on juice, you plug them in, you get to keep using your device. It's a battery for your battery. They're popular for travelers ever present on the conference circuit, and I hear that you're seeing them more in schools now that teachers get more tolerant of mobile phone use. You got a bunch of classes or panels or whatever throughout the day, you gotta take photos or notes or post to Twitter, use maps, you're gonna run through your battery really quick, and I mean, you can't have that. Dead phone, you might as well be dead. So, get you one of these. Today we have the Jackery Giant, which is not the least unfortunately named object in the world, which we got because it is the most popular battery pack currently sold on Amazon as of shooting. In case you're wondering if they paid us or donated this, they didn't. And if they did, PBS actually wouldn't allow me to make this video. Here's a link to an explanation of how we do sponsorships in case you're curious. I've actually never seen or used this model before, so I'm excited to crack it open, talk about its features, and also talk about how a diminishing mobile phone battery is an emotional, metaphysical anxiety which you can feel in every fiber of your being. So yeah, let's crack this bad boy open. Got, a picture of what awaits us right on the front here. And then of course some on the box advertising lets us know you can get up to 260 extra hours of operation time from your device. It's got really high capacity and it will charge your devices very quickly. On the back lets us know that this is quick, safe, premium, with superior cells and components, and advanced with something called power lock technology. Premium and advanced, two things I definitely look for in a rechargeable battery pack. Okay, got some documents, cable, very important for charging, and here is the thing itself. It's got a good weight to it. Yeah, it feels like if you hit someone with this, they would be really upset. Another thing I really want in my technology, that if I bludgeon someone with it, if I have to bludgeon someone with it, because I don't want to, but if I have to, I want it to be effective. And this, as far as in comparison to other battery packs that I've used, this would leave a mark. So like your phone battery, these packs are lithium ion, which means insert Galaxy Note 7 explosion joke here. When they are made correctly, lithium-ion batteries, they recharge really quickly, they hold lots of charge, they don't self-discharge as much as other battery types when they're new, but there are trade-offs. Much like the human spirit in the infinite void of existence, as soon as a lithium-ion battery is born, it begins to die. Over time, they self-discharge more and more as their internal structure degrades, and that's one reason why you might buy one of these packs. As your phone battery dies quicker, you need a little boost throughout the day, so you have one of these. And I mean, another reason you might buy one is that maybe you just use your phone a lot. And I mean, of course you do. You're a person with goals and responsibilities. If you live in a developed country, which let's not get too distracted trying to figure out what that's supposed to mean, around 70% of your neighbors have a smartphone. It's how you work, play, communicate. Americans specifically spend 10 hours a day looking at screens, upwards of 5 hours online. Smartphone apps alone account for more than half of our total internet time. All of those things, screens, the internet, apps, they take energy. Energy that powers your phone, but also your own physical, mental, and emotional energy. Researchers, links below, have found that while app builders put tons of time into the way an app affects you emotionally, its UI, its look and feel, its ease of use, they're often less concerned about the literal power it requires. Pokemon Go. They'll depend upon the operating system or you to deal with power management, meaning that many apps put a high demand on your battery, and in a weird way, that puts a high demand on you. Cell phone manufacturer LG says that 9 out of 10 people suffer from battery anxiety, a form of nomophobia, fear of being without one's mobile phone. LG says that 42% of millennials they surveyed will skip the gym to charge their phone if it's low, that 46% of respondents find conversing with a stranger embarrassing, but they would do it to borrow a charger. It's not just that both of us, we and our devices, need to consume energy to work. Battery management is a constant process that involves our technology, but also the course of our day, our moods, our relationships, which half explains why these images may be stressful, why these are not, and why so many people might understandably refer to these things as lifesavers. Good for up to 4 whole charges. Good for up to 4 whole charges, apparently. Assuming that you remember to keep this charged, of course. This one even has a flashlight to ward off the impending darkness ushered in by your lack of a connection to the outside world. It may not be purposeful, but it's telling that we say our devices die. They're not depleted, done, finished, exhausted, drained, or empty, they are dead. Perhaps because in their absence we feel lifeless, or can empathize in some way with our device's powerlessness. In more ways than one, energy is a sign that we are living effectively. And a low battery signals impending ineffectitude. A depleted battery imposes a uselessness that we don't just conceive, we can also feel. This happens because when an object is familiar and we're good at using it, our body and the object merge. We focus on what we can accomplish with it and less on our interaction with it. Source. This is one reason why someone, after being in an auto accident, might say, "A person hit me," and not "hit my car." Anna Orta et al. Write indirectly about this phenomenon as it relates to phones in their paper Mobile Phones, Batteries, and Power Consumption. They talk about how the body itself is a locus of knowledge. In addition to knowing that the capital of Portugal is Lisbon and an octopus has 9 brains, I also know other things in other ways. Like, I know this silly pen trick, which I can't really explain, but I can do it. My body is a locus for this knowledge, and our bodies become loci for knowledge related to many objects that we constantly use, including our phones. Maybe you do a funny flippy thing with your phone when you're bored. Mine is actually boring itself. Morgan does one that's impressive.
I can do one, and I can do double.
What? But okay, aside from fun phone flipping tricks, your body is probably also a locus for a whole other set of phone-related knowledge. Physical actions with a strong emotional aspect. Messaging friends, learning, remembering, being entertained, working. We don't do these things on our phones so much as we do them with our phones. We focus on what we accomplish, not what we're doing. So when suddenly we can't do, because our phones are dead, it feels weird. Orta and her team interviewed a group of Portuguese teenagers, some of whom develop schemes, schedules, and metrics for effectively charging their phones because they feel literally incomplete without them. Beyond simple FOMO, they can no longer take certain actions related to their phones if it's dead. It's like their hands are tied, or like they've forgotten something, like they're powerless. Pun intended. But hey, with a portable battery charger, problem solved. Freedom reigns. This one advertises a 2 amp output, which means your phone would charge really quick. It also has 2 ports, so I could charge my phone and a friend's. Though actually, I'm not sure that this is the portable battery charger that I would buy if it were my choice. It's nice, but it's a little clunky, it's sort of heavy. It does have some personality, what with the orange and the flashlight and the metallic finish. It sort of looks like a battery charger for camping, maybe? And I'm sure that's on purpose. Its look was probably the subject of many meetings where they compared potential styles to the kinds of things already on the market. There are portable battery packs for you, whatever your taste. Morgan uses the Anker Power Core to power both his phone and his camera. He got it because it fits well in his camera bag, doesn't add a lot of extra weight. I have a Buku pineapple charger that is very silly, but also very easy to find. Mostly, actually, I use a Mophie power station. I like the size and shape, it fits in my pocket, it's no nonsense, it holds a ton of charge, and I think it looks really cool when it gets all scuffed up and used and stuff. Mophie was actually the first brand of battery charger to be certified by Apple, and since then, Mophie and Zag, their parent company, have collaborated with all kinds of fashion labels to make sure that you are bringing your phone back to life in style. And why not? If you must fear for your connection to the outside world, if you gotta feel anxious about being whole and effective, why not fight your anxiety with a pleasing object?
It's pretty, it's so pretty.
The need for battery packs may diminish as high-capacity batteries become economically viable, or at some point someone realizes that batteries are a big enough deal that they can make a fortune on a phone that stays on for 9 days with a battery that doesn't degrade after a few years. But for now, portable battery chargers are one solution, since cell phone manufacturers have discovered that people want slim devices more than they want long battery life. Even though battery life has a huge impact on, and may even be an analog to, their life. What do y'all think? Do you or someone you know suffer from battery anxiety? If so, what do you think causes it, and how do you deal with it? Let us know in the comments, and I'll respond to some of them in next week's comment response video. In this week's comment response video, we talk about your thoughts regarding the B movie and hypersignification. If you want to watch that one, you can find a link in the description or wait for the end card to show up. I promise this week it's not 10 hours and 45 minutes away. In case you missed it, I was on a recent episode of the Mental Floss List show. We'll put a link to that around as well. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I am gonna be hosting the forthcoming Crash Course World Mythology, which is gonna be super exciting. So keep an eye out for that in the next couple weeks too. Should be getting started up. We have a Facebook and IRC and a subreddit. 2 tweets of the week this week. First is from Dan Hoff, who points us towards a technical meme made out of an Idea Channel episode. It is the one about when memes stop being funny. This definitely stops being funny very, very quickly and becomes a bit of a challenge, which I feel like is, you know, the point, as we discussed. And also a post by Sam Keeper about what criticism that is an example of the thing that it takes as its subject does or means. This is behind a paywall on Sam's Patreon, so, you know, not everybody's gonna be able to take a look at it, but I really like Sam's work, and I wanted to make sure that this got a shout out. So yeah, there it is. Oh, in case you missed it, we also uploaded the 19-hour full version of the B movie, but every time they say B, we just grab the deal with B movie. Yeah, link for that around too, if you would like to punish yourself. And last but certainly not least, this week's episode would not have been possible or good without the very hard work of these jolly green Jackery giants. I'm sorry.